in a three, a two, a one. Welcome, everybody, to Geekvice, episode 288, proving any vice with enough geek can become a virtue. My name's Morph, that man's Kip. Good evening, Kip.
Good evening. You put
How
287 in the YouTube thing.
Oh, I did? Well, we should change that. It should not say that. No, it doesn't. It says 288. Maybe it just didn't
That's
update
on my
your
screen.
Oh, well. I changed it to be right. We'll see if it shows up. I might have to change it after the words. You know, hey, 288, 287, whatever.
Whatever it takes.
You know, a lot. Why don't we just call it big freaking number? How about that? Big freaking
there, I
number.
refreshed and now it says 288. So it was all on my side.
There you go. All right. Hey, I got to start off with one thing. And because you can see it at my camera, I'm going to get up so you can see it. See this bad boy right here?
Oh, new chair.
Everyone on the podcast, you can't see it. You can just listen to it. And you know what you will hear? You will hear me being delighted, not sitting in a folding chair or my wife's really crappy office chair. So, I even get my armrests move up. So if I don't want armrests anymore, then I don't need them. I can sit in the chair the way I like to sit. This thing is nice. I like it. I like
Fancy.
it. Fancy. And now I don't have to sit in a folding chair to work, and it is amazing. The nicest thing is when the day that this was supposed to get shipped, it was out for delivery, and we knew okay, today's the day it's gonna come to the house, and I was sitting in my folding chair working, and I had moved or shifted, and I'm and the chair just goes creak, and I'm like, oh man, this thing is gonna break, and it's gonna break while I'm sitting in it. I really need this new chair to come, and then poof, new chair's here.
There it is.
Had to put it together. Was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be putting together, and it was the most amazing thing to sit in. So I love it.
Probably easier because it wasn't an IKEA chair. So
yeah, there is that. It's probably more comfortable because it's not an IKEA chair too.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
I mean, it's not made of Swedish wood, and that's it. But it's really comfy. My wife even likes it. My kids really like it. So you kind of back there over my shoulder there is where I sit to work. Right. Let's get the finger to point. It's really hard to point on camera. Back there. That's where I sit. Back there. And the kids will now play, when they're playing on the Switch, they'll sit in my chair, sitting at my desk, and play it on the TV instead of just so they can sit in my chair, because it's so awesome.
Nice. I'm jealous because I'm still sitting on a dining room table with no wheels.
Oh, I've got wheels now. I did have to get a mat for it, to put on the floor.
Right.
And so there's, I don't know if you've ever bought a mat to go on the floor, like those floor mat things for wheelie chairs. So note, you can get them in two different ways. You can get ones that come rolled up, and you can get some that come already flat. When we got the one that's underneath this chair right now, at this desk, it was already flat, and it was amazing. You just sat it on the ground, and it worked great. The one over there came rolled up, and it came rolled up like this big. So it was really tight rolled. And when you unroll the thing, it doesn't really want to sit on the floor right. So occasionally the kids will walk down and they'll catch their toe on the corner of it, or because it's kind of bubbled up. For the most part, it's laid out, but I'm gonna need to. I think this weekend I've got a bunch of big boxes of stuff, and I'm gonna bring them up and just set them on it and smash it all down. So
Well, while you're working, you just need to move your chair in slow circles around the thing to just get it flattened out.
So you make that comment like I haven't tried this. I do try to, and I try to put my feet in certain spots that are like bubbled up, and I try to push down on it. That gets really tiring after a while. Like you're sitting there like pushing on the ground, trying to push it down, like hold it down. Like I can't do that for very long. It's weird. I don't know. It.
Hmm.
I try. I try, Kip. I try. I don't know what else you want from me.
That's pretty much everything.
Yeah, well, you know, not really good at a lot of things, but one thing I am good at is not getting things accomplished. How about that?
I have a black belt in that.
That's like I've seen the meme that was something along the lines of like if I wasn't so good at it, I would have stopped procrastinating by now. Yeah, yeah, that is definitely me. So, what have you been up to here this the last couple weeks, other than recovering from the fake COVID last week?
Oh man, last week sucked because, and it was my fault. The day we were supposed to podcast, all I really ate all day was beef jerky.
Oh, geez.
Imagine what that does to your system all day long.
Oh
Woo.
man.
Yeah. I had board game night too, virtually, and we played about 3 or 4 short games. And after a while, like, I'm done. I just gotta go lay down.
Oh man. Yeah, that just sounds like a bad idea. I mean, I
Oh
love
yeah,
beef
don't I
jerky.
don't recommend it.
That is not a
Nobody's gonna be
dietarian.
calling me for diet advice. They should though,
Yeah,
because I could tell them all the things not to
not
eat.
to do. Yeah, yeah. How did that virtual board game night go? Did it work out well?
For the most part, yes. The only downside, so we use boardgamearena.com.
Yeah.
The only downside is two people with the same IP address, so two people using their laptops in the same building
Yeah.
can't be on playing at the same time with the free version.
Oh,
You have
interesting.
they would have had to pony up for the premium,
Right.
which in honesty, it's like $25 a year, so not a big deal. But
Yeah.
so the one person didn't get to play because she didn't want to pony up the dough, and I don't blame her.
Uh,
So, but we played Hanabi like 3 games of that, 4 games of that.
yeah.
And then we played a couple of games of Dice Forge, which I was excited about because Dice Forge has been one of those games that's been on my to purchase radar for a while.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play it first. Got to play it virtually, didn't cost me anything. Pretty fun game.
Nice.
So post pandemic, I may have to purchase it.
Yeah. I kind
Post
of that
pandemic purchase, the 3 Ps.
the most important three P's in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one sounds interesting. I've seen that one, but I haven't ever played it, so I'll have to check that one out on there.
Well, I was concerned because I thought this is going to be too simplistic.
Right.
You roll dice, you purchase some things, you switch dice faces.
Yeah.
I thought, it's going to just mostly be luck, but it's not. Yeah, there's some luck to it.
Sure.
It's basically the dice version of um, holy cow, can't believe I can't think of the terms, like a Dominion, that
Oh yeah.
mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
It's the dice version of that.
Okay.
Hand management, whatever you call that.
Sure.
But there's some cards and stuff that you can purchase and makes things more awesome for you and things like that. And if you can pair some things up and really think about how things work, you could really make some hay.
Right.
Plus, the cards aren't always the same because you can mix and match and stuff like this. So there's so many different possibilities throughout the course of owning this game. Um, we played 4-player. I got fourth place the first game, third place the second game. So I showed improvement.
Good, good.
Yeah,
But you still didn't win, so it's still a good game.
yeah. Well, I've played it 4 times now. I've won once.
Oh,
I, I
nice.
I played online with some random strangers a couple of times, and I won one.
Nice.
So yeah, I wanted to tell them that should be embarrassing for them that they lost to me, but most of them were from Italy, so I let it go. They probably wouldn't have understood what I was saying anyway. So
They would have just looked at it like, huh? Hmm? No?
yeah, so yeah, it went well. Other than not feeling great,
Yeah.
but yeah. So my topic. I
Your new
ordered a
toy.
new smartwatch and I got it on April 24th. And that evening, well, it came with like a 60% charge.
Mm-hmm.
So that evening, I went ahead and charged it up to full 100%. Here it is, May 5th. I am still at 30% battery life and I have not charged it since the day I got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what it is the Amazfit T-Rex.
Nice.
I got it because um, two reasons. One, it was only 140 bucks,
Deal.
and two, their big claim was it's got like 12 military passing grades on quality and all this other stuff. So it's like sweet, sold. Yeah, and of course I did all my research, find out if the heart rate and all that was fairly accurate, and all the claims were that it was. And then they were touting a 20-day battery life. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably if you don't turn on notifications and you never run any of the fitness apps and all that other stuff.
Right.
So I expected to get like 4 or 5 days like I did with my Fitbit. But today's what? May 5th.
May 5th.
So 11 days. I figure I'll be able to go tomorrow easily
Yeah.
and probably charge it up Thursday. So May 7th. So 13 days, almost 2 weeks. And I probably could stretch it to 2 weeks if I wanted to push the battery life, which I'm not going to do.
Right.
But I think it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and
And
especially it's full use. Like it's doing stuff. It's got notifications. You're using it. So
yeah, I've been using
14
the
of the
fitness app.
20.
I've got every communication app pings this thing when it comes up. So my phone buzzes a lot because of work, or my watch buzzes a lot because of work. And yeah, I'm still going to get pretty close to 2 weeks.
That's
The funny
that's
thing about
impressive.
it is if you look at Amazfit T-Rex videos and the guys are showing it off, it's like, dang, that thing is huge on their wrist. It does not look huge on my wrist. So I don't know if that's because I'm a giant person or what, but it is a good size watch.
Yeah.
It truly is. It just doesn't look like it
I was gonna say that doesn't look
on
that
my
big on your wrist right there.
on my jumbo arms. It does not look very big, but yeah, it's bigger than my Fitbit. Whatever I did with that thing,
Tossed it.
I thought I laid it right here, but apparently the ghost of the house took it. So the ghost must be into fitness because I don't see it anywhere. But
So
yeah,
is
for 140 bucks,
oh,
I think it's pretty sweet. I mean, the band is that silicone band, that's really flimsy and
yeah.
malleable and comfortable, and there's like 30 watch faces you can switch to. The only two of them are on the watch. The rest of them are on the app.
Yeah. That's
Um,
cool.
for people younger than me, probably not a big deal, but man, getting that app sucked. You read the instructions. It says this in your app store and download the app. It's like, sweet. You type that in. It's like, there's 5 of them. Which one do I download? And there's no picture of a logo or anything. It's like, which
Oh man.
one? So I
Yeah.
watched a video of another guy who had one, not by the company, just he was like me, got one. And it's like, okay, his interface looks like this one. So I downloaded that one. And then I played hell getting logged in because I'm an idiot. It's when you go in and put your password, it says passwords have to have um, alphanumeric.
Okay.
It's like, sweet. It does not say you can't have special characters.
Ah.
And my password had a special character in it. It kept saying, nope, can't use that. And it's like, I'm following all your rules. And then I took the special character out and it worked. Like, okay, I'm a moron. But once I got that done, the app was pretty sweet.
Well, it's kind of funny that
It
that's your
takes
hang up, that was your hang up in getting the password, because most places when they require a password, they require special characters because it makes it
That's why
harder to
mine.
steal.
That's why every time I make an iteration of one, it has a special character.
Right. Ah,
But
crazy.
yeah, you can see I was lazy today. I only have 2,500 steps, but
Nice. Well, that's kind of
the
cool
app is
though.
good. It keeps track of my sleep, my heart rate. My resting heart rate is 59 beats per minute. Um, that kind of thing. So, but the
Nice.
watch is pretty cool. It's got all these things I wish the Fitbit had. Come on. As far as workout stuff, it's got more workout options.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fitbit had like run, walk, treadmill, and elliptical, I think. And this has got outdoor running, walking, outdoor cycling, pool swimming, open water swimming, treadmill, indoor cycling, elliptical trainer, one that's just exercise, one that's called climbing, trail running, skiing, outdoor trekking. It's like all the things I won't do, but great, they're there.
But just in case. Yeah, I kind of
Then
look at
they need
those. Those
one
are
that
cool.
says lawn mowing.
Yeah. Right? Lawn mowing.
Because I'm still old school. I don't even have a self-propelled mower. It's all John operated. So
Well, you can I mean, it doesn't really matter if you get a self-propelled mower. I have a self-propelled mower. But the self-propelled, like, I don't know if you know this, but gears in self-propelled mowers, they don't last forever. They last less time than the lawnmower does. So, my lawnmower works great. Starts up on the first pull, in good shape. Deck's still good, no rust. I clean it every time after we use it all the time. But the self-propelled part does not work really well anymore, and so I just push it, and I make my boy push it now. So,
I'm sure it's probably what plastic gears, and they just
yeah,
eventually just stripped out.
yep, yep.
Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, I put it on walking and mow the yard, and the
Nice.
the um the first time I mowed the yard with it, it's like I thought, great, this thing is not doing really good on the steps because it takes about an hour for me to mow my yard.
Yeah.
I put it on walking, so it followed me GPS, so I could see my route I took in my yard, which was kind of funny. But
That's hilarious.
it said I only got like 800 steps. It's like, oh no, 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 you know. But it said I walked a mile, but only 800 steps. Like, yeah, I must have taken gigantic steps.
Yeah,
But
right?
I think it's because your arms don't move holding onto the lawnmower.
Yeah.
So the next day I went for a 2 mile walk, and the steps were right. So
So it's just
live and learn.
a lawnmower thing, man. Just need a lawn mowing one. But they
Yeah.
just
So if you're in the market for a fitness watch or a smart watch, and you don't care that you can't answer phone on it, which was a plus for me. But if you watch the videos, they're all like, one of the negatives is no speaker, so you can't make phone calls. It's like, I don't want to make phone calls with my watch.
Yeah,
That's that's not a negative. That's a positive. So
yeah,
I
I'm
like it.
looking at their other watches there too, and they look kind of cool. I
Yeah,
like those.
they've got a good selection. Um, but I don't know. I kind of like the military look to
Yeah,
the
I do
T
too.
Rex, and
I'm a big fan of that one.
yeah.
I like the look of that one. Very cool.
So that was my new toy.
Maybe one of these days I'll get me a smartwatch. I don't have any watch. I used to wear a watch, and then the battery died, and I quit wearing it because I needed to get it replaced, and I didn't really. Then I never did, and now I just stopped wearing it because I have a phone that tells me what time it is, and I don't really need a watch anymore. So, but I have.
Sadly, or not, and it depends on how you look at it. I probably look at my watch more for my heart rate than I do the time,
Yeah. Well,
just to see.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I've never really thought about or tracked my heart rate. I probably should at some point, but I have been now that we're home and I'm doing more stuff now. I've been recording my all my workouts. So whenever we go on a bike ride or we go on a hike or whatever, then I kick my app on my phone and track everywhere that we go and how many quote unquote calories we burn. I don't really pay that much attention to that. I'm more interested in how far did I go and how long did it take me. So
Yeah.
keep track of stuff that way.
Well, this is good for that.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, next week I'll have to talk about I'll tag it in with we'll talk about some of the activities that we're doing. I'm going to talk about one of the places we went here in southern Johnson County, and one of the parks we went to and did some hiking. It was really cool. But
Nice. Yeah. I look forward to that.
I'll have to
And
talk
maybe
about
the
that.
next time we'll all have a new board game to talk about.
Ooh, there you go. I like that idea too. I've got the one you let me borrow sitting over here, Wind Up Wars, and I haven't even got to play it yet. So
Dang
maybe I'll do that
it.
this next week. I know, right? But I have been playing a video game, which I probably is the reason why nothing really ever gets done is because I've just been playing video games. This game came out. Well, you got your watch on the 24th. This game came out on May 20 or on April 24th. Not May. On
Everything
April
happened on
24th.
April 24th.
That's right. This game is called XCOM Chimera Squad. So if you've watched our YouTube channel at all, then you'll have seen me play XCOM 2 on there. I played XCOM Enemies Unknown on there. I am a big fan of XCOM games. The story of them is that aliens in Enemies Unknown, aliens were coming and infiltrating, like they were basically trying to take over Earth, and you're trying to stop them. In XCOM 2, it was it was the opposite. They had already taken over Earth by convincing everyone that they were going to help, and then you find out that really they weren't helping. They're actually doing evil things and trying to destroy the human race. And so you're part of a rogue group um, that's going in and trying to do guerrilla warfare to go in and combat them. In Chimera Squad, takes place. I think they said 5 years after the completion of XCOM 2. But you didn't run out the aliens in XCOM 2. Some of them ended up staying. You ended up becoming a hybrid type civilization. There's this city that you live in, which is called City 31, and there's humans living there. There's sectoids living there. There's snake people living there. There's like all these bad guys that you've faced for the last two games. Some of them now live there, and some of them are actually part of this special group, the Chimera Squad, which is supposed to go in and help reclaim. You're a reclamation unit, is what they call you. You're supposed to go reclaim technology and weapons and things like that people shouldn't be using that are from the aliens. So you're going through and trying to solve this mystery. It's a lot more story driven than the previous games. It is still a turn based strategy game, which very tactical side of it. That's my bread and butter. That's what I love the most. Anything that I can take my time and I don't feel rushed to make a split decision, I like. And then on top of that, this game has gone and changed some of the dynamic. It used to be that there was two turns in a combat system of XCOM. You would have the good guys and you'd have the bad guys, and all the good guys would go, and then all the bad guys would go. And so the key to that was to go and wipe out as many bad guys as you can before they get a turn to go, and then your chances of winning go up exponentially. Simple, right? Well, they switched that up in Chimera Squad. Now it is a good guy goes, then a bad guy goes. It's an alternating system, and if there's way more bad guys than there are good guys, then it'll be a good guy and two bad guys get to go. So it's an alternating system. It makes it a lot harder. You have to focus a little bit more on that turn timer, on who's going to be coming up next, where are they at on the map, and maybe you can't take out the guy who's going to be next, but can you take out the guy that's going to be after that? And so you can start stacking your guys together in that. There are abilities that allow you to adjust that, which is a lot of fun, provides a little bit more challenge. It just changes up the game enough that makes it different and kind of a new joy. So if you like those type of games, if you saw the videos of the XCOM videos that I put up on YouTube before, and you liked those, or you liked the way those games played, definitely check out XCOM Chimera Squad. It gets 2 thumbs up from me.
2. Count them. 2 thumbs up. Yeah, I'm not much of a turn-based guy. I think because we were forced to do turn-based when I first got into video gaming 150 years ago.
Right.
So it reminds me of that. It reminds me of like, oh, they didn't have the technology to do it the way I wanted. So
Yep. And
that's where I am on that.
That's actually, there's a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are like that. Me, I don't have those quick twitch reflexes, so playing games where you have to be able to spin and shoot really quickly do not work well for me. Plus, I do actually get motion sickness from some first-person shooters, so I have to steer away from those some. This one,
I understand that.
Nice and slow. I don't have to worry about the screen flickering in front of me. I've been told that I haven't played first-person shooters in a long time. I've been told that with some of the new monitors and new technology and stuff that's out there, that that motion blur that you can get from spinning around on a screen really fast in those first-person shooters, that is improved enough to where most people don't get motion sickness from it. But I haven't tried it. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get back into those.
Yeah, I have games that I cannot play because they make me motion sick.
Yeah.
But things like Call of Duty do not. For some reason, you think that would be the one that would really do it, but it doesn't. So that and Battlefront and Battlefield and all that stuff, I'm fine. What was that one game? I think it was Fallout.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
I played for like 20 minutes, and then I had to go take a nap because I thought I was going to hurl. It was bad.
I think it was Fallout 2, maybe Fallout 3. I can't remember. That one I enjoyed more. I played both of them, but I think it was 3. Can't. Hold on. Let me see if I got it up here. I'm looking. I'm looking. I don't see it up there. I must have just borrowed it from somebody. Uh, but the whichever one that was, it had, what did they call it? It was a system to where you could actually go, you could be playing the game, and then when you wanted to go shoot somebody, you could actually like pause time, pick which part of their body you wanted to shoot, and it gave you like a percentage chance to hit them, and then you could do that, and it was basically turned their shooting, the shooting mechanic into a turn based type thing. And I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the hell out of that game because it allowed me to still actually hit people. Because I don't know if you know this, but even if you have a very high percentage, like let's say 85% chance to shoot somebody in the game, I will miss 95% of the time. So, I mean, yeah.
Oh, it happens. Oh, when I first got into Call of Duty, started playing those games, it was so bad. I It was so bad. I'd have games where I'd have like 2 or 3 kills and like died 30 times. Like, what the heck? Yeah, playing online against 14-year-olds, and they're just, yeah,
I get
they're
it.
they're they're owning me big time. But yeah, I've gotten a lot better. But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
There would be times it's like somebody turned a corner, and I don't even have the gun up, and I'm dead. It's like, how
Yep.
did you do that? And then I
Yep.
realized running with the gun pointed at the ground isn't the smartest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, no, no. My problem is always like, like just getting the shot. Like I'm always, how do I put it? I'm a sniper when it comes to those type of games. I want to
Are
see
you a sniper or a camper?
No, I want to be a sniper. Like I want the guy with the high-powered rifle that is so far away from everybody that nobody sees him, that nobody can shoot at him, and I can just pick people off one by one. Nice and slow, aim the shot, take it, target down. Like that's what I enjoy. Um, hey, it might also lend itself to the fact that I'm the sneaky guy when it comes to playing games like the one that we're going to talk about here in a little bit, the Assassin's Creed games. I'm the guy who sneaks up on everybody. I'm the guy who goes into the mission with the sole purpose of I'm going to kill no one except for the one target that I am told to kill, and I'm going to do it without anyone seeing me. And my goal is to kill him and get out without a single person knowing I was there. That is fun for me.
That's how I played Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
I would hunt and kill machines before they even knew I was there.
yeah, yeah. There is something gratifying with doing that, like with just being able to like have this entire camp of bad guys, and I just walk right past. I find the one little opening. I wait for the one parting of the seas. I get into a hiding spot on the inside. I wait for the guy to walk by, jump out of the bushes, stab him in the head, and then disappear. It's fun. It's fun. So, um, but the other thing that we got here, I mean, we might as well get to the main topic here that we wanted to talk about, and that was this new Assassin's Creed game that's coming out. It's coming out. There's already dates for it. It's coming out this holiday season, 2020. So you're looking at this fall, 2020. It's going to be on all platforms: PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and Xbox X Series. So that is that is if you wanted more solidification that there's going to be that the new consoles are coming this fall, they're coming. Um, it's it's called Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We we've had Assassin's Creed in Egypt, in Italy, in England, in the United States during the the American Revolution, not the Civil War, different one, American Revolution. We've gone back to Egypt, kind of like turn of very beginning of it, and then here just recently we went to ancient Greece and ancient Rome with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And now we're going Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is going to be Norse mythology, Vikings, which I think is really kind of funny because, the Assassin's Creed games have always lended themselves. Part of the reason why I love them so much is that it's the stealth aspect to them. Vikings do not strike me as stealthful, but I don't care who I'm playing as long as I can still be stealthy.
Yeah, I watched Vikings on the what was it, the History Channel or whatever that was.
Yeah,
they're not stealthy at all.
No, but hey, But what I do think of when I think of Vikings is I do think of like guerrilla warfare tactics of go in, hit somebody, then run off, hit somebody, run out, like big massive brawls where you're just going from, you fight this guy over here to your right, you hit him a couple times, and then you're running away and going attacking somebody else while somebody else comes in and catches that guy when he's not looking. Just that mad chaos, and that lends itself to somebody to hide within, to kind of go unnoticed, which I'm interested. I kind of hope there's a dynamic to that a little bit. But enough of that. How about we watch the trailer and give our thoughts?
Let's do it.
Here we go. First of all, the scenery is amazing.
They are heartless. Godless barbarians. They murder and kill blindly. They scar the lands of England. Lands they will never defend, never love. The time has come to speak to them in a language they will understand.
Oh, somebody tell me.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, available holiday 2020.
Okay,
That is pretty freaking cool.
man, I gotta give Ubisoft a little bit of love here because I have watched that trailer probably 15 times. Like it just like I mean, man. Um,
Heck, I'm
so
watching that going, I would watch that movie.
right? Like that's the thing. Like that is I mean, they pull straight from the Vikings like series. Like it has that same feel. Some of the people in it even look like, it fits. It fits so well. It looks so good. The one interesting part of it that I find interesting, the interesting part that I find interesting. I'm full of useful words. So
You're a wordsmithy.
the couple of key points in there that I thought were really worth their weight, and I hope that they stick with them a little bit. Is one, I like the fact that these are Vikings against the English. Okay, I also am hoping the way they talk there about the Vikings don't care about, they're bloodthirsty, they don't care about the land, they don't care about anything, and then you show like a setting where they're playing with their families and setting up a town kind of thing. I'm hoping there is some aspect to that. That would be the first time in a, well, not necessarily the first time. There have been things like that in previous Assassin's Creed games where you had a home base that you could improve and develop as the game went on. Kind of gave you that city building type of mechanic to where it's like, oh, okay, you can improve the armory and now you can craft more pieces or more different types of weapons or things like that. There's been things like that in previous Assassin's Creed games, being going all the way back. The most recent one being that had it was Black Flag. You had a home base where, a home island basically that was yours, and there was never bad guys on it. You could always go there and be safe. I kind of like that idea, and I kind of hope that they bring that back. They haven't had that in a while. The other thing about this video that I loved a ton, and I'm so excited for, and I hope it's back, is the hidden blade. This gauntlet on his hand that throws the blade out. That has not been there for a while. The current game now, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that I'm playing, does not have a hidden blade. He doesn't have one. He's got a it's a spear of Leonidas, so you can't not have the spear. Like that's kind of, that's the whole point of the Odyssey. The same thing, Origins, I don't remember that having one in it either. So I'm excited to have that hidden blade back, and because that's what I would do all my fighting with in the early Assassin's Creed games, Assassin's Creed 2 and even Black Flag. I would never even pull out a sword or a weapon. I would always just fight with my hands and this hidden blade that would just pop out and stab people in the eye. Because that's what I do.
Dang. Learning some stuff about you tonight.
Oh, I love these Assassin's Creed games. I love what Ubisoft's done with them. I'm really looking forward to this one. I have not bought a new Assassin's Creed game when it came out since Black Flag. But I have a very strong feeling that I will be paying my $50 or $60 that they're going to charge me to get the PC version of this and play the hell out of it when it first comes out. I'm going to call it my birthday gift for turning 40.
Damn, you're getting old.
I know, right? I'm almost as old as you are.
It looks pretty cool. I mean, I'll probably give it a whirl myself, even though I've not had as much enjoyment out of the Assassin's Creed as you have. But that's probably because I'm just a terrible gamer. But it looks cool. In fact, some of the art, especially with the ceremony with the woman with the horns and all that,
Yeah.
the art kind of reminded me of Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit there, which is my all-time favorite game. So yeah.
Well, and have you played Odyssey or Origins yet?
Have not. I tried Black Flag,
Right.
and I think the one before that, and probably played like a couple hours each, and then
Yeah.
I moved
I
on. It's not anything against the game. I think it's mostly at the time I was more into Call of Duty first person
Right.
shooter stuff,
I think
and
you
just
should
wasn't in the
give
frame of mind.
you should definitely give Odyssey or Origins, either one, a try. Like rent them, try them, because they're much more similar um to the um to Horizon Zero Dawn, in that open world, kind of do what you want. You can hunt animals, or you can follow the story and do story quests. You can do, it's like a mix between, like Horizon Zero Dawn and Grand Theft Auto. It's kind of that.
Yeah.
That's much more friendly in that aspect of it, as opposed to the stuff before it. When you get into Black Flag and things like that, it was really mission driven and story driven. There was still tons of stuff to do, but some of those felt repetitive and boring and didn't really drag you. They didn't pull you in the right ways. But Origins and Odyssey feel much more open and free moving. Like, you just move from one spot to the next, doing whatever it is you want in between. So
Yeah, and I like that. It's been the evolution of my gaming. Like I said, everything was Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, and then I got Horizon Zero Dawn, and the world changed. And then I started playing things like Bloodborne
yeah,
and started playing games for the story instead of just online matches. So, hey, I found my Fitbit. But
yeah.
yeah, I think now would be a good time for me to at least try Assassin's Creed now that I've evolved video game wise.
Evolved. I like how you put that. So, all right. Well, that's really what we got for today. You got anything else you want to throw out there?
Apologies to everybody, but I totally spaced and did not post episode 287 to iTunes.
Snap. Well, I guess you're gonna need to do that now.
Yeah, I was looking at stuff and going, 286, and I looked at my notes like, oh man, I forgot to post last week's.
Well, now you got two to post, and we're still planning on recording again this week, right?
I don't want to be 3 behind.
Right.
I'm going back to being the worst producer ever. So,
hey, it is no problems at all. We'll get caught up. There's going to be times where we're going to miss it. So it is all.
Yeah, but this stuff. Yeah, we'll get it. I'll get it spaced out. At least it doesn't look like I screwed up, even though I did.
Well, and if you guys are listening on YouTube, you can always catch the stuff on YouTube. If you're listening to us on the podcast, you can always check us out on YouTube. And then if he forgets to post a video, or if he forgets to post the podcast, then you can always check us out there. So, and you can find some other stuff of us. Like, what is still up on our YouTube channel there, Kip? Do you remember doing Geekfecta with John and Bill?
Oh yeah, I loved Geekfecta.
Yeah, our wasn't even like it wasn't even top three. It was just like our three favorite in a certain category. The three things we liked, three things we didn't like, or three of them that we didn't like. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. There's still some of those episodes up there on YouTube's, so you can find them there. You can also you can find all of our old episodes there. So go check us out over
Yeah.
there.
You can find them all except for the soccer one.
That is true. Oh, that is true. That one never. We didn't delete that one from there, did we?
No, but it's set to private.
Oh.
Drunk Kip railing on soccer in America. Couldn't post it. Just couldn't do it.
Oh man, I feel like that one's gonna. I'm gonna need to go. You know what I might do is I might need to go pull that out and pull just some highlight clips from it. Just we'll do like a highlight video. We won't even do the whole thing because I mean the battle between you and Logtar on that one was amazing. It it was amazing for me as the soccer fan. I mean, Logtar, yes, likes soccer. He's from Colombia. Like, I get it. He's not, that's his thing. That's his sport. But yes, I enjoyed the hell out of listening to you just like really just poke the bear and get him all riled up. So
Yeah, there needs, if we ever make it public, we just need to put a disclaimer that the views expressed in that episode are not the views by anybody on the episode.
On that episode, it was really just more making him angry and then watching
It
him
was.
go.
It was. I thought, you know what? I just felt like doing it. I don't know why.
Hey, sometimes you got to do that to your friends, and that's a nice thing. I'd like to say hi to Erin, who is watching she is a listener who is watching us live on YouTube and is commenting in the chat. And I love her line. She has used this line for me before. She describes me playing Assassin's Creed as whistling people to their death. And
Nice.
for those of you that have played Assassin's Creed games, there's always been a thing in there where you can whistle and draw people's attention, and then they walk over to a bush, and then you kill them, and they never see you. That is me. That is absolutely me, whistling people to their death. I love it. That's if I.
He also pays his bills that way.
Yes, that's my cleaning bill. If I do another recording of Assassin's Creed games, that is going to be my tagline for it. I will create an intro that is all that is just me whistling people to their death.
That's a game you probably should do a Geekvice gaming on. Is when Valhalla comes out.
Yes, you know what, I feel like that is definitely a game that I need to do that for. I probably could have done it for Odyssey if I wouldn't have waited like a year or two to do it. So yeah,
Hey, it's all right. We're talking about the new consoles coming out this fall, and since the pandemic, my Xbox 360 has been getting a lot of exercise. In fact, before the podcast tonight, I was playing Lego Indiana Jones 2.
There you go. No Kung Fu Panda?
No Kung Fu Panda. Nope. If I ever come on and say I've been playing Kung Fu Panda, I'm a pod person and aliens have invaded.
Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, did you know something funny? So this is entertaining from a dad perspective. So when you have kids and you're introducing them to new movies and things like that, they recognize certain people in different ways, but they don't recognize them in others. So they were watching one of the Muppet movies, the more recent ones. Either, I can't remember which one it was, but Jack Black's in it. Okay, and he's playing as Jack Black. He's not a character or anything like that. He's Jack Black, and they're like, "Oh, hey, that's the guy from Jumanji," because Jack Black is in the last 2 Jumanji movies, and they love those movies, and found that really funny. Then I told them that, hey, did you know that same guy is Kung Fu Panda? And they're like, what? He's in the movie? Like, no, he is the Kung Fu Panda. And they go, no way. Yes. Yes way. Yes.
The magic of Hollywood.
I know. And it's so great. Like, the looks on their face, like, what? We like every movie we've seen him in. Yes, you do. Because Jack Black is awesome. And I don't show you bad Jack Black movies.
So they've never seen Nacho Libre.
No, no, they have not. No, they have not. And I'm just waiting for them to get old enough for me to introduce them to Tenacious D.
Ah, yeah.
So I gotta wait at least a little bit longer. My Reese, the oldest one, he could probably handle it. Conley at 8, I don't need him repeating some of those things. I do not need him explaining to his teacher in 3rd grade why he's laying on the floor doing cock push-ups.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. So I'm 6 years older than my brother. And when he was a toddler-ish, I taught him to fly the bird. And one day, Mom was in the grocery store with my little brother in the cart, and some lady walked up and said, "Oh, what a cute little boy," and my brother gave her the bird. Guess who got in trouble? Not my brother.
Yep.
So, yeah, I can see why you don't want your 8-year-old doing that.
He's already known as the kid who dropped the F-bomb at 3, twice, back to back, but used them correctly in the sentence, both times. So that's
important.
I mean, she looked at me and she's like, really? You've got to stop this. I'm like, what? He's right.
It wasn't fucking me.
They are fucking stupid. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yep, there's our F-bombs for the night.
Well, you got to have them every once in a while. So, yeah. So I'm that guy, but it's always fun. All right, enough of this.
At least you're waiting,
Yeah.
Tenacious D can wait.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll put it right up there with striptease, I mean, at some point you have to watch striptease. It's important.
Okay, I didn't see that coming, but all right.
I don't remember what it was. What is that movie? There's a movie with Cher and somebody else. It's about brothels or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Is it her and Christina Aguilera?
Yes. And my wife loves that movie. Burlesque.
Burlesque,
I think is the name of it. And she loves that movie for some reason. And it's just like, oh my goodness, what? But yeah. Anyway, you know what? We don't need to go down this rabbit hole. So how about instead of
come on, it's so much fun.
Instead of following us down this rabbit hole, how about you guys go check out our blog at geekvice.blogspot.com. You can follow us over at Facebook, facebook.com/geekvice. And you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow that man over there at Kip Killigan. You can follow me at Geekvice. Go check out the YouTube channel. Go search for Kip Morph. You can find us there. And of course, as always, you can reach us by email at geekvice@gmail.com. Thanks everyone for listening to our ramblings, and we will see you next week. Kip fell asleep.
This podcast is part of the Podcast Arcade Network.